How you doing, my man? How you feeling?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you? You all good after today's practice?
I'm recharged there. I got the fluids in. I got food in my system. Just snacked on something out the wife brought me.
Good.
Not 100% yet, but I'm back. I was stupid, bro. I didn't hydrate and I didn't eat before practice, and like a moron, I'm there hanging out in 100-degree weather, and like on the fourth or fifth question of Tua, I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm not feeling good here," and so I went right inside right away to change my body temperature. And then that's when I was like, whoa, man, I'm not feeling good. Let me sit down because I don't know if I will be sitting, I will be standing in a couple seconds.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so, and then because I kind of felt that I was going to faint. And so
yeah,
obviously I don't want to get injured. So I sat down and then that's it. Everybody was great, dude. They were all freaking out, but it was fine. It was just me that I didn't do what I was supposed to do before I normally go to practice. I always have a jug of Fiji on me. Always. Always. I'm always drinking water. And today I did not drink any water. I don't know what
hmm
it was. I got up and, showered, got prepared a little bit, took off. And I think outside of taking my medicine this morning, that was the only time I had a little bit of water. And then that's it. I didn't drink water. And then I hate Aquafina, which is
Okay.
what I have there because they're a Pepsi place. And I can't drink Dasani and Aquafina. Bro, I can't drink that water. I can't drink that water.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible water. And so I screwed up. And you know what? Giovanni is right, and a couple of other guys have mentioned that I should do. I should carry a bottle of water around when I'm in there, so I can just be drinking water constantly.
Yeah,
So
Carrie. Did you get the? Maybe you weren't there the day that the Dolphins media relations handed out their gifts. It was one of like a water bottle, a good one that keeps water cold for a while. So so if you
okay,
didn't get one of those, try to see if there's still one around. And now they have the water refilling station up by the media workroom too.
okay.
So yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
definitely.
well, remember, I'm not there every day like you guys. They
Mhm.
probably get on a day where just you guys are going to be there. I go during training camp. After that,
Right.
there's no practice to see after that, bro. I don't, there's nothing to see here, nothing to see here. So I just, I can't show up, or you guys got to show up with all that stuff. But for me, it's just, after practice, I don't got anything else there.
But these
So
are the roughest days to show up and not be hydrated. So these are the days where
right,
you really have to be hydrated.
that
And
was
you're out
just
there the
dumb.
whole time. Yeah,
Yeah,
the ones in the fall were only there for 15 minutes or so. So,
right.
nothing's going to happen to you there.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm an idiot. I walk around too, and I go even out to the one-on-ones. Today I didn't. Today I just walked all the way to the end of the benches so I can look at the one-on-ones on the linemen right in that. But
Oh, yes.
but that's it. And so, but overall, yeah, man, it's just one of those deals. One of the themes that I talked about today on the show, and it's very impressive last year, and it reminds me a lot of where our presidential race was for a moment. It was two old farts that people, really the average person, not the fanatics, the average person didn't really want to see two old farts again. They felt like both old farts were out of tune with society and all that kind of stuff. Well, last year I think you had an old fart that was out of tune with the people around him, and he maximized what he could because of his system and the players that he had. But he didn't maximize Patrick McMorris like you're watching now. He didn't maximize Chop like you would see a rookie really, shining under him. He didn't reach a Holland. He didn't reach a Kohu. He didn't reach a Cam Smith. He had problems, if you think about it, overall with young people. You look now, and it's Ethan Bonner, and it's Chop, and it's Patrick McMorris, and young people are adjusting. Young people are succeeding, and I think it's a really cool theme for the Miami Dolphins that they have a coach that fits the entire philosophy. already seeing the results, is what I see early on here.
Yeah. And I want to see if he can reach Cam Smith, which would be a constant from last year. Vic Fangio, who you gave that entire pleasant, elaborate introduction without even naming. You made sure to avoid his name altogether. But who Vic Fangio never reached last year as a rookie, as a second-round pick that was handpicked. I mean, that.
And by the way, we don't want Fangio running for president either. Okay.
Yeah. So I am excited to see now Cam Smith. He's been missing a couple weeks of practice now, trying to get back into it. If the fruits of that coaching labor can find him, then that would be a great bonus too. But you said it, yeah, with all these rookies, that surely most likely, at least probably, it would have been a similar situation. Vic Fangio dealing with these same rookies of this class and a Chop Robinson and a Patrick Morse, who took a game ball from the preseason game, leading the team in tackles. And even today, I saw him in a good position on a throw to Durham Smythe, where he would have. Now, obviously, he's letting up in practice, but he was in position to really, I don't want to use the term launch himself because that would be illegal, but to put a big hit on the tight end in that same situation in game. So you can see he's in the right place at the right time, as he was often in that exhibition on Friday. And yeah, I mean, Weaver, he's more so, you said it, with the culture, he aligns well with the head coach on down through to the players. Where Vic Fangio last year, you were trying to give the benefit of the doubt, saying, well, it's an opposites attract thing between Mike McDaniel and Vic Fangio. They're such opposite coaches, but they're still football nuts at the end of the day. But it didn't turn out that way in that 1 year together. Even though Fangio, he had a success here and there, top 10 defense, but the downs were really down, like the Buffalo game, like the Baltimore game, etc. So, yeah, I think this surely is more of that marriage that should really work well.
Yeah, Ollie's back. By the way, folks, Ollie's back. He wants to. He wanted some PT. All right.
Oh.
Now, so yeah. So Ziggy's barking now.
Double it up.
So, yes. Yeah. Well, we have 4 dogs, 2 big ones. We could not have one by itself.
5 if you include you.
Definitely. Right down, Ziggy, you bastard. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted, the tight ends. I think, Tua is in for a much better season than he's ever had. I know that Tua downplayed it today. I forgot which one of you guys asked about. I think it was Perk that asked about spreading the ball around. Hey, you're throwing more to the tight ends or all this. Well, that's what the defense is dictating. Bullshit. They're going to throw to the tight ends a lot more. They're going to hand off to the tight ends a lot more. They're going to throw to running backs a lot more. To me, you are going to now make the offense a lot better for your quarterback, because now you're going to add elements that just did not exist, dude. Think about it. He dropped back without really the tight end being an option for this team. And you're seeing it in practice. I mean, the tight end is going to be featured in this offense.
Yeah. You know what? I want to see first game, the tight ends get off the schneid for the year. I want to see Jonnu Smith, maybe even Durham Smythe, after he was on the team last year and didn't have a touchdown. I want to see them score that first touchdown of the season. One of them.
Julian.
Or Julian Hill. That would be amazing. So yeah, just to get off, you went off all last year. You just knocked that one, crossed it off. Which I remember the opener last year against the Chargers. Durham Smythe was actually open for a touchdown, but then Tua had either him or River Craycraft, and he threw over Smythe to hit River for the touchdown in LA. So the tight end could have gotten off the schneid right there, right off the bat, but it didn't. But yes, I believe the tight end will be more featured this year. I think Jonnu Smith, we've seen see really an uptick in practice in recent days, and in fact, I wrote the Monday practice report, and he was my stock up player because just an accumulation of how we've seen him get better incorporated. And in fact, that was when, and the Dolphins released this video, Tua threw that dime, back corner, over the shoulder to Jonnu Smith, and then he celebrates by throwing the ball up in the air. You could tell that was just a great moment to see that connection, great throw from Tua, and to see the tight end get featured in the red zone like that. Not to mention Jonnu Smith, by the way, and Mike McDaniel has shown this. It's it's not too much of a secret right now, and even it was part of today's practice. It was a highlight of Jonnu Smith carrying the football in these little sneaky tight end arounds, get the tight end involved in the run game too. So that's going to be something interesting to see, using Jonnu Smith's ability that's usually yards after catch. How about just give him the ball just straight up and hand it to him so that he can run with it.
That resembled that the first 2 years under Mike McDaniel here. No.
Right. You got to think to Deebo Samuel in San Francisco that 21 season when he was offensive coordinator there. Right.
He didn't even practice it. It wasn't even on the agenda. It wasn't an option. The amount of focus there is on the tight end in this training camp shows that they are very satisfied with Jonnu Smith and Julian Hill. I actually think that Smythe is going to become a forgotten man this season. This will be probably his last year with the team, and they'll move on because he's more of a blocker. He's not really – once you've got these guys, and I think Julian Hill has proven to be more dynamic than Durham Smythe. So I just think that you're going to see those guys become more of a part. And Julian Hill, by the way, can block. So you're also going to save money in that area, off of Smythe next year. So I just kind of see, that the writing on the wall there. And to me, that is huge, dude, that the tight end is going to become a big part of the offense.
Which that would be the key in if you do decide to move on from Smythe, is that you need a guy who can block. And then at that point, Julian Hill would have 2 full years under the system, under Mike McDaniel, under Frank Smith, and tight ends coach John Embry. And Embry puts a big emphasis on blocking at the tight end position, which is why, to this point, he has really loved what he's gotten out of Durham Smythe, even if he didn't have any touchdown last year. And Smythe even understands the role of the tight end, at least the way it was before, was first and foremost block. Now, hopefully, this could be sort of that third year next step that the offense takes, is incorporating the tight end a lot more so.
This offense, wherever it's at, features the tight end. Wherever it's at, it features the tight end. So this is the only time out of the tree that they're not throwing to the damn tight end. Well, I could tell you by watching practice, it's changed completely, dude. That has changed completely. You don't bring Jonnu Smith here not to throw him the damn ball. And with the speed he has, he's going to create all kinds of mismatches out there, bro. And if you got to worry about Hill and Waddle, your safety's too busy worried about those guys. That's going to open it up for these cats, man. I'm telling you. So this is going to be a lot of fun. The other guy, Chop Robinson, seems to be making a really nice transition with this defense. Today again, he shows up. It's constant. He's there. It's in the run game. It's holding the point on the edge. It's pass rushing. It's knocking down a football. I'm watching a football player, not just a pass rusher.
Exactly, and that's always that setting the edge in the run game is always what you worry about. At least with a young edge defender, is will he have that complete aspect to his game? Because you coming off the draft process, especially a lot of the high athleticism guys. Well, then the question is, can they set the edge? Because you can produce in the pass rush, which is going to be so much more valued now, especially in today's game. But then also setting the edge, which was maybe the main thing years past, like early 2000s when the NFL was so run game heavy.
Come on, let's go. Don't break me.
I saw you pointing, and I wanted to wave, but
cuteness broke your concentration.
No. Well, I thought you wanted to bring my attention to which one is this one?
Ziggy. This is Ziggy.
This is Ziggy here. Yeah. So,
Ziggy,
but to the point, yes, we are seeing a complete Chop Robinson, where maybe you wondered about sending the edge part, and if it was just going to be the raw athleticism with the pass rushing skills on the edge. But no, I think he's got the full game.
And by the way, you look at Agba, and Agba just looks like he is on a freaking mission, dude. Every day he plays hungry. He practices really hungry. Whatever happened here that he lost his spot and was out of, the rotation because of the old fart again. He wants to make sure he convinces everybody, like, yo, guys, never underestimate me again. I'm here to make plays.
Yes, and Agba, I think he has that hunger back in him from what we saw 2020 season, 2021 season. Then, yeah, he got the contract, and I think it's something that we see naturally. It just happened organically a lot in the NFL. Okay, a guy got his big money, and then maybe did he come in with the same motivation? And then I know he got injured that 22 season as well. But even before the triceps injury, if I'm not mistaken, then you didn't see the same production early on that year, while it was still Boyer, but no longer under Brian Flores. So then Vic Fangio year, saw less playing time, but he was highly efficient in the snaps that he did get. I mean, he probably had the highest sack rate per defensive snaps played based on what he had, like 5.5 or 6 sacks with so few snaps played. And then now I think that whole thing where getting released, I think he just came into this offseason so motivated, and it showed with the way he practiced immediately just a couple days back, and he was already an orange jersey player early in training camp, and you're seeing a consistent effort put out by Tyreek Hill. So, or I'm sorry, I saw Tyreek Hill on my TV screen because I'm watching a re-air but Emmanuel Agba. Sorry.
Yeah. Now, I'm with you there. Now, on some of the injuries, well, first of all, Gallimore's not an injury. I guess something personal. I guess everything is good physically, but hopefully everything's all right with him. What else do we know about any of the other injuries? Anything serious out of the ones and the folks that are missing practice? Because Walker has missed a lot of practice, dude. So I'm wondering what the hell is going on with Walker. The Brewer injury, how bad is that one? Kamara, Fuller, Ramsey, Bonner, Fortson, Connor. I'm not worried about those that much. But what do you know about Walker? What do you know about Brewer? What do you know about some of these cats that have missed some time?
Yeah, we know Brewer. It's going to be a week-to-week thing, so I think that's most important right now. So yeah, I mean, dealing with that hand injury, and Tua spoke to not having him at this point. So kind of they were building some momentum with the center quarterback rapport, and then now that's kind of put on pause. But Liam Eichenberg, I mean, he played 8 games with Tua last year, starting at center. So I think we haven't seen sort of those botch snap exchanges since then. So good for him. As far as Anthony Walker, I mean, just the undisclosed, I haven't gotten any other information, but you're right. He has been out now for multiple weeks. So it was early in camp, and he was really standing out early in camp. Was he one of the guys that even got one of the orange jerseys? I know there were a lot of linebackers. I'm not sure if he did or didn't, but he was in an elevated role because David Long was missing sometimes, starting off on PUP, and then now we haven't really seen him since. I know Benito Jones, we've also haven't seen him for now. It's been about a week. So he's a guy who's in line to start at nose tackle. So it'd be nice to get him back in, but I'm sure it's just something minor. But now especially his role is going to be even more important. And I wouldn't think that the Dolphins would release Tierra Tart if they weren't confident that Benito Jones would be back soon. Tart also, that departure creates more opportunity for a guy like Brandon Peely at the nose. And what else do we have? We have Eric Ezukanma making progress coming back. Savon Ahmed we saw get some snaps. So now we're seeing them return. We've seen Cam Smith come back. It's been reported concussion protocol for Ethan Bonner. So that's why he's out missing a few practices right now as Cam Smith comes back at cornerback.
All right, what do you got going on in the Sentinel so folks can check you out?
Yeah, let's see. I was to start off on Monday, I wrote the practice report there. Wrote about Jalen Phillips coming back, so huge for the Dolphins to have him activated off PUP and his journey back. So his hunger. Wrote about Tua today because we spoke to him. He's hoping to play in that preseason opener. That's kind of been the precedent. Is Mike McDaniel doesn't play his guys that preseason opener, gets them back in for the second week of the preseason. Tua's hopeful to get into a rhythm and play in front of his home fans. This only other preseason game at Hard Rock Stadium before they go to Tampa. And also on the Tart News, and spoke to Liam Eichenberg today a little bit about now going back to center with Aaron Brewer injured as he also competes for this starting guard spot.
All right, good stuff. Follow him on Twitter at @DavidFuronis_. And don't forget to call our friends at Welt Rheaume. I hope you don't need them, but if you have bankruptcy issues, and I know a lot of people are going into their 401ks and deep into their savings, and they're bringing up a lot of credit cards, and those rates are through the roof right now, and maybe you want to consolidate, you want to get out of these issues, call Welt Rheaume. They can help you. 954-966-4646. Homeowner property damage, condo damage, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury. Never call the insurance company. You call Welt Rheaume first. They will send their adjusters, and then they will attack the insurance company for you. That way, you don't have to deal with any of the headaches. The only thing is you pick up a check. Nothing wrong with that. 954-966-4646. David, we will catch up on Friday, my friend. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
You got it. There you go. David Furonis with our Welt Rheaume Miami Dolphins report.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.